you guys catch? Or are you just catching it all now?
Yeah, pretty much just check it. We were watching something on TV, and
Uh,
then we flip in
so
the
so
check it on
so
YouTube and
so
said, "Oh,
so so
they're
Eddie
live tonight."
had. So has Eddie heard the secret yet?
We saw the video,
Yeah.
and
There we
I
go.
said to him, he was in the kitchen, and he came back, and I said, "Check out what it says underneath Rob's name there." He's like, "The Booze Cruise 2.0." I said, "No, 3.0."
3.0.
So then he got onto the computer, and anyway, then we saw your video. So very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. Just I haven't set up with no travel agent.
Mm-hmm.
Just left it open like the way it was with this current cruise. Just see how much interest we get. If we get enough interest,
Right.
then we'll maybe look into if it makes sense to go with a travel agent at that time.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
I thought for the first
How
one,
can you not be interested? I mean,
yeah, and then why could you not? It's a great itinerary, and I don't know about y'all, but I know I will be when we go to Cozumel.
At
yeah,
which
I've
one,
never
Paradise
been.
Beach or Sancho's?
It'll be Paradise Beach.
You like that? Have you ever been to Mr. Sancho's?
No,
Me
but
neither. I haven't been to either one.
I can only go by what I've heard. But I hear Sancho's is more of a harder party,
Okay.
and the drinks are flowing a little more. But Eddie, maybe that's Eddie's cup of tea.
Couldn't miss that laugh.
They're flowing just a little bit more. But Paradise Beach is really good.
I think we're going there in January, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that's what Sherry was saying. You guys are going there in January.
Yeah. So
That's
looking
cool.
forward to it.
But I'm not.
Get out of the snow.
What was that you said?
We don't have to deal with that no more.
What was that? What was that word you said, Lorraine?
Nothing, Rob, nothing at all.
I swear.
Hi, Eddie. I am here.
swear.
No, I did not say the N word.
I
The
swear.
FN
I
word.
heard that word.
The naughty word.
That naughty word.
Oh no, he's going to crash my phone with don't say that word.
No, I'm gonna share it on the live stream.
Oh, good. You're not gonna blow up my phone with it, right?
Oh, trust me, you're still gonna get it.
Well, 10 years ago today, New York City had a big snowstorm. So all the memories on Facebook were coming up today. Our car was covered in snow. And I'm like, thank goodness I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yep.
Well, I
You have to shovel yourself out once they say you have to move the car, but it's like you hope you can get back into a space.
Right.
Hey, your twin brother just came on.
Look at that.
What the?
No, I just
He has it on his phone.
Oh.
Wait a minute. That guy looks skinnier than that guy over there.
Right?
Better profile. I like that profile. Wait a minute. I don't know. The nose might be bigger.
Alright, let's see.
Look at that nose.
Let's see. Oh, come on. It's gotta be here somewhere.
It looks like you're trying to hunt and peck with that nose.
I'm trying to find that photo for you.
Yeah.
But you might be lucky I can't find it.
No wonder why he looks cross-eyed all the time.
Right?
Trying to see past the end of that.
No, I can't find it up on here. You're lucky.
That's why that's why we're friends. I just pick on him relentlessly.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, look at he's skinny in that one. See, the
Yeah.
nose takes up the whole face.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to do it the
Uh,
old-fashioned way.
He's
The
gone.
cute guy's gone. Now we got the regular Rob.
Say snow
One more time.
time.
Oh my God! Snow, 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 snow.
Lorraine's like, I'm not afraid of him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say snow, snow, snow.
He's
It was my
miles and
sweet
miles apart.
16th birthday party during the blizzard of '78.
Okay. I remember that one well.
That was a lot of snow, snow, snow.
Well, unfortunately, Marjorie, I'm not on the Prima, so we can't save money there
No,
because I'm not on that sailing.
he's not on the Prima.
As he's in trouble, I can be your roommate on the Prima. You can both save money.
Yeah.
All right. Save some money.
I
some-
offered to be his roommate too. He told me no, his nose needed the other bed.
Oh, okay. Well, excusez-moi.
Yeah, are you happy now, Lorraine?
Hey, I want to show you this picture here. Hey, this was 10 years ago.
Ooh, see, that's what I like.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
but
So where were you for the blizzard of
what's
78,
that-
Lorraine? Where do you live?
Now,
In 78, where did you live?
oh, Saugus, Massachusetts,
Okay.
up on 95 on Route 195, heading to
Mhm.
Maine.
All right. Yeah.
So about 10, 15 minutes north of Boston.
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 I
I
was in
still
New
got
York
my
City.
accent, even though I live in Texas for the last 20 years.
Huh?
I still have my Boston accent.
Mm-hmm.
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
yeah, no. The problem with that, Marjorie, is I would love to be packed up in your suitcase to go on to the Prima, but a few days later, I need to be on the Viva, the newer ship of the Prima.
Oh, rub it in, Rob.
When are you going on that one? You booked it?
Yep. I'm on it like 2 days later.
On the Viva. Okay.
Yep.
Very nice.
Out of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Now, how much is the
Rico.
flight to Puerto Rico from Canada?
I don't know. My mom booked that one.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, he's going with Mom. He's a good boy.
Yep.
Very nice.
Mom and nephew.
I tell him all the time, spend as much time you can with your mom.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
that's not the biggest trip that we have planned.
What's the bigger trip?
The biggest or big?
What you said you have a bigger trip.
We have a bigger trip. We have an Alaska trip.
Okay.
Just before the Booze Cruise 2.0.
Uh-huh.
And then
And then
there's a bigger trip.
2 years later, there's a much bigger trip. And we're going down to Brisbane.
Where is that?
Australia.
The land of down under.
Oh,
Australia.
nice.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
a big.
That's a big trip.
And who are you going for
Mom.
that?
That's with Mom.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Marjorie said, never mind. I didn't know you were rich. Marjorie, you
Um,
don't want a rich man?
Margine, trust me, I'm nowhere near close to rich.
Rob just
Your
saves
mom's
all
rich.
his money for cruises. That's all. He doesn't do anything but cruises.
Oh, I need to create content.
Yeah.
So
That's right. That's right.
so, but the interesting part about that cruise is if things go according to plan,
Mhm.
after I get back from that trip, about 4 or 5 weeks later, then I go on ABC
Okay. Very cool.
with Bruce from Ocean to Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
And
guys booked up?
when is that one? That's
That
2025?
is, yeah, that's 26.
Oh, 26.
Yeah, that's the one that
Okay.
he's advertising for 26
Okay.
on the Harmony.
On
Not
the Harmony
Harmony.
of the
Harmony?
Not Harmony. Horizon.
Oh,
Horizon, then the one I took. Horizon.
Yes.
That was my last cruise, was Horizon to the ABCs.
Yep, the ABCs.
well, we have 3 booked for this year and 3 booked for next year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm asking, what's your favorite cruise line?
NCL.
NCL. Now, food-wise, the same thing?
So I've been on 1 Royal cruise, 1 Carnival cruise, and I've been on 3 NCL. So I'm going on my 4th NCL cruise. So as far as just comparing, the 1 Royal and the 1 Carnival to the NCL, I feel the food selections was a whole lot better. The Royal Caribbean, that one was in 2010. And then the others were more recent, 2018 on.
Yeah, that makes a difference too in the
So-
amount of time.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the time gap.
See,
And when
I'm-
I went in 2010, like I didn't know what to expect. And, it was just, okay, we eat here, we eat there. And,
Yeah.
So when my husband and I went on NCL in 2018, it was a New Year's cruise. And it wasn't that crowded. There wasn't a lot of kids.
oh,
And
that's not
it
bad.
was a last minute, like 3 weeks. Hey, what do you think? Should we do this? And it was a great price, and we jumped on it, and we had a really great time.
That's the way to do things. I like doing last minute.
Yeah.
Rob's got himself booked out to eternity and back, and I'm more spontaneous. It's like, if I have the money, let's check out something to do and let's go.
Mhm. Yeah. But my job now, I moved to Georgia a year and a half ago, and I handle payroll for over 100 nurses. And so I have to be more selective of when I can and can't go.
Right.
And the booze cruise, my boss was not happy about when I went, and I'm doing
Oh.
another one for that same week in
Oh,
24. And so she's like, Alice, you need to come to me first and let me know what your plans are before you book it. I'm like, okay. So meanwhile, I booked 3 in 2026 and I haven't told her yet. But anyway, no, I made sure the dates were good though. So unless she's taking off, like we're going on a celebrity cruise in June to Bermuda. And her daughter is getting married June 8th.
oh,
And she's taken 3 weeks off.
oh.
And, the thing is with payroll, someone has to do the job so people could get paid. And if
Yeah.
I'm not there, someone else
She
has
has
to
to
do it.
do the job. Right.
So I'm like, well, it's my anniversary, and okay, I'll make sure I let you know first,
So who's going to take care of payroll that week?
She's going to see if the two managers can, she got them access already, and see if they could just handle it.
Cobble them together, you know.
Yeah.
Cobble and do the teamwork.
Couldn't do remote access somehow.
Yeah. I don't know what they did during the pandemic. It's a hospital.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well, then it was an essential building. It was open.
yeah.
So during the pandemic, they probably didn't really have that much problem because of the fact that they were open. My daughter was an essential worker too.
Hmm.
And but some of my friends weren't, and they were trying to work from home, and they were having trouble with payroll too. So
Yeah.
I'm retired, so I'm lucky.
Hmm.
Yep. And Marjorie says she has her pimp costume ready for 24 Halloween.
There you go.
So she's gonna come as a pimp.
Wait, you didn't read her previous comment.
I don't.
She says, Marjorie says,
I
Rob,
know what she said.
hook me up with some money. I will be your friend with benefits.
Uh-oh.
And then she says, I have my pimp costume ready for Halloween 2024. Hi, Sharon, and hello, Danny D. Danny D wants to say hi.
Hola,
She hears
Danny.
you. She says, "Oh, I hear Eddie."
I got kind of got like I need to reorganize that whole cabinet.
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen. My daughter's bringing groceries in, so I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Sharon, here's Eddie. Look up at your screen. There's Eddie.
So Eddie, can we count you on the 3.0?
We already booked for that time.
We have 3 cruises scheduled in 2025.
Ah.
And then the Blues Cruise week, the Halloween week, is not a good week for me to take off.
Okay.
And I did it 2023, and I'm doing it in 2024, and I don't want to get yelled at for 2023.
2025, she'll be like, I told you.
It's like, do I dare do 2025?
Tell her she can come with you.
Yes, Sharon, Eddie took all his medicine for the day. Thank you for checking on him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so I was spoiled. I did a bunch of Disney cruises and then went right from there to Carnival. So it was like here to yeah, a big step down. And I'm a big foodie, even though now I have to be a vegetarian, but doesn't help. But now it's like I have kidney damage disease. And so I can't like, oh, let me just go to the steakhouse and have a huge steak, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
Right.
It's like now I have to be picky, and it makes it harder to cruise because there's not a lot of variety.
Mm-hmm.
I think I ate now I'm gonna forget the name of it. Greek it was a vegetarian, what was it called?
In the regular, not the buffet, but the
regular main dining.
Wasn't it like an Indian chili
curry? Indian vegetable Indian curry. And by the time I got up the ship, I swore that was coming out of my pores. It was just sweating out curry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because that's basically all I could eat except for salads and vegetables. You know, it's like if I wanted to actually have a meal, I had to go to the main dining room and ask for the vegetable curry. Because that was basically all I could have.
Did you let them know that you had dietary requests?
Yeah, but that's all they had.
Hmm.
See, I'm not even supposed to eat fish or anything either.
Yep. And Marjorie is saying you need to hook up with
Hook me
a
up.
boy toy now that you have all the free time in the retirement.
Well, sadly, I live in a very small Texas town where everybody knows everyone else. They're all pretty much related to each other.
Hmm.
And yeah, no, it wouldn't, no,
No boy toys.
no boy toys in this, not unless you wanted something you don't want to catch,
Oh, no.
or the local hardware lumber yard try to hire people and they can't because they were doing drug screening and they can't find anybody that will pass the drug screening.
Wow.
We have like 7,000 people and they got one guy that applied who passed the drug screening. One guy.
Wow.
And he's all hired, but they can't open the lumber yard with one person. So they're trying to get anybody, Nope.
Wow.
So they built the whole building. It's all got all its inventory. Everything's there, but no one can pass the screening.
Wow.
That's terrible.
And I
It is
just moved downtown from being out on a ranch out in the country. So we
Mhm.
moved downtown. We're like 2 blocks from the courthouse, and we're surrounded by 4 bars. 7,000 people, right? 4 bars. And they're booming every night. That's all you can hear. They're within a block or 2 of us, and it's like the whole house is like rocking. And then you can hear when the bar lets out, they're all racing down the road at 100 miles an hour, waiting to hear a crash.
Wow.
But we have no Uber. No, we finally got a DoorDash.
Uh-huh.
But we don't have no Uber, no transportation, no nothing. And $2 Generals down the bottom of the hill. So that's how country local yokel
Yoko.
we are.
Oh man.
It's like, do you know them over there? Yeah, that's my aunt and uncle. That's my brother-in-law. That's my, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. We're there's 5, maybe 6 Caucasian people.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of Mexican and Spanish descent. So we're very much the minority.
Wow.
Until they got used to us, we look like a shiny penny running around town.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, where'd you come from? You're not from here. Yeah, no. Hurricane Harvey blew us in.
Mm.
Mhm.
My oldest sister had lived in Denton.
I know
Texas.
where Denton is. Yeah.
She just retired, and then she was dealing with cancer, and now she's doing okay. So she moved down to Kansas, and her daughter lives down there.
Oh, good.
And I think her son is down there too. And so she's, closer with the kids and, the grandkids.
She'll be healthier in Kansas than she would being in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually smell the oil in the air on our hot summer night.
Mm.
When you go to wipe down your cabinets, like if you notice my whole apartment's all white.
Right.
You wipe it down and the cloth is all black oil and red dirt because it's red dirt and oil.
Yeah.
And it smears down the walls. You have to use a degreaser on the walls. It's ridiculous. We're breathing that in.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's like tar. So yeah, no, this was supposed to be a transitional place.
Yep.
Mm.
Marjorie's now saying, Lorraine, I am a secret lurker and know that you are very popular because we have mutual friends in comments.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
And
don't mind you being a lurker on my channel.
Yep.
You
And
won't
hello.
be the first, last, or only lurker on my channel.
Yep. And hello, Anthony on the move from Noah.
I'm a controversial character. I say what I think and feel on my channel, not necessarily on Rob's, but on mine, you just never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Hi, Rob.
Is so do I need to play this one for you so you can say whatever you want to say?
Go ahead.
This content is intended for adults only. There may be graphical and/or disturbing things talked about. If this offend you, please consider watching video mine. If under 18, please seek permission from a responsible adult before continuing watching. You have been warned.
That's great.
I'm graphical.
You're graphical.
I'm comical and graphical.
Mhm.
Well, unfortunately, that one needed to be played for earlier tonight, as what we were talking about.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, it
I'll
needed.
have to see the replay.
Trust me. Once you see the replay, make
Mhm.
sure you hashtag replay and leave a
Right.
comment. And trust me, do not enter it with a weak stomach.
Okay. And that
Yeah.
was when Jeremy was on and Justin was on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You do not want to be entering with a weak stomach.
Okay.
It
I've been threatening to send Rob the real video, the news report that shows what they're talking about
Ah.
as it was happening.
Is this the Greyhound
Yeah.
bus thing? Okay, I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah. Because I actually happened to watch it while the news reporters were filming it
Hmm.
mhm.
live, uncensored.
When did this happen?
2008.
2008. Okay.
The crazy stuff people do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
Don't take a Greyhound bus and fall asleep.
Oh nope.
So the driver fell asleep?
Nope.
No.
It was a passenger.
Passenger fell asleep.
Okay.
Never woke up again.
Oh.
Went for a night nap. Never woke up again.
Huh. Okay.
So where'd you go?
Yeah.
Mental illness causes a lot of weird things to happen.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I can't believe they let him out though. That's crazy.
Yep.
How do you get away with that? And then, oh, he's cured. Let's send him out in public.
Yep. I'm doing pretty good tonight, Anthony. How about yourself?
Hi, Anthony. So what ship is that in the background there, Rob?
What ship is that? Well, let's see if Eddie can identify what ship it is without me dropping people down.
I don't really know.
Go ahead.
That's the Norwegian Bliss.
Are you going to put the sugar?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
You are incorrect.
Yeah.
Incorrect?
You are incorrect.
So that
Incorrect.
is Escape.
Nope.
What?
Is it the Viva?
No.
It's not the Viva. Nope. Nope. That's not what I want. Move from stream.
the Bliss, baby.
Nope,
He said no.
nope, it's not the Bliss. Prima,
Is it an NCL?
the
Yes.
Prima.
Oh, okay.
Prima,
No,
no.
it's the Prima.
That's not the Prima.
That's
No,
Prima.
that's not the Prima.
All
That's
right.
the Bliss.
Pretty
He's
sure.
gonna
I'm
look
pretty
up.
sure that's Prima.
That's
Let's
the
look it up.
Bliss. Bliss, Bliss, Bliss.
All right, let's take a look it up. I'm pretty sure I said it's the Prima.
Prima doesn't have a well in front. The Bliss does.
NCL Prima. Yes or no? Phone's past the hour. NCL Prima. Yes, I know. I know. You tell me it's past the hour. I don't know.
Prima right here.
Let's try.
Yeah,
let's
that's
try
the Prima.
Bliss.
Yeah. It's the Bliss.
Oh, the Bliss.
Here, showing this is Prima. Showing that on the camera.
This is the Prima.
Oh, yep. Okay. Yep. I see it.
Can you see it?
Yep. I see it.
Doesn't come out very well.
Yeah, no. Apparently, it is the Bliss. I thought I said it's the Prima.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
We all
Sorry,
got
Rob.
there.
Sometimes you're wrong.
Me, never.
Like, sometimes you're just wrong.
It's not the Bliss.
What?
The ship behind there.
It is the Bliss.
Look.
Damn it.
Wait, look.
How many times am I going to say it?
Look up the Bliss now. So it looks like a mushroom on the side
What
here.
are you mushrooms you're talking about?
Right here. See this? Right? And then the stick.
That's a whale.
That's a whale.
Yes.
It's the whale.
Yeah, it's a mushroom. Oh, a whale. Okay. Yeah, it's the Bliss.
Right there, Norwegian Bliss.
Yep. And Anthony's
trying to
book.
find-
He's the one with the racetrack.
Babe, I'm just trying to match the
Oh.
picture right here.
Well, there you go.
Yep. And the Anthony's booked on the Prima for next month.
February?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
We're
my
going on
understanding.
in 22 days. In fact, at midnight tonight, we could check in.
Oh, you can check in. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Marjorie says, Eddie Google Studios.
I only need a shiny gold plated to match my outfit.
And
Shiny gold plated to match my outfit.
That's what she says.
A shiny gold plated what?
Yeah, because earlier update she says that she has a pimp custom.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, what do you mean pimp?
Okay.
What are you pimping?
She's pimping Rob.
Oh, okay.
she's trying to pimp me. She thinks I'm with loads of bling bling. And Anthony's really on the move. He's doing the Belize in 22 days.
Nice. Time to do the racetrack
On the Jubilee?
on the Bliss.
On the Prima. He's going on the Prima
Oh,
next
it's
month.
going on Prima. Prima has a racetrack too.
I didn't like the racetrack. I felt too closed in.
The go-karts?
Yeah, the go-karts with the helmet on, and plus I had not driven a car. I learned how to drive in my 40s. I drove for 4.5 years living in Virginia. We moved back to New York City. I did not drive for 10 years, and now here I am sitting in a go-kart.
Go-kart.
And I just felt like no, I couldn't
Yeah.
handle it. So I got
Yeah.
off after the first round, or I think I went twice and got off and said, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then Eddie took off and passed all the other cars and
Kick
finished in,
everybody's behind.
finished in first place.
Ah, that's fun.
Yeah. So I said, I'll just take the pictures. And that's it. Anthony on the Move
Yes.
says, is Prima leaving from Galveston 22 days?
Yes.
Yes. And when we booked it, we thought January 26th was like a Sunday or something, and it's a Friday.
Oh,
So we're leaving on Thursday to drive. So when I told my boss I needed to take Thursday and Friday off along with the following week,
oh wow.
I'm like,
She come in bald with bald spots from pulling her hair out.
but I mean, I love my job, you know, and I do my best to try to plan it where, I mean, unfortunately, no cruises sail out, let's say on a Wednesday, where I could do payroll on Monday and then drive to, or fly or whatever to get to where I need to get on Tuesday, and then, you know, leave on Wednesday to get back by the following week, and then do whatever I have to do for the next Monday. You know,
Right. No.
cruise lines just don't work that way. So, yeah.
The biggest thing, I guess, would be making sure she's not going somewhere when you're going somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
Or train someone to cover you other than her.
Yeah.
Well, the previous department assistant, she still works for the hospital. And I let her know that I was going, and she's like, well, if she needs any help with anything, tell her to give me a call, and I'm here for her to help her out. And, but, she did fine. She handled it.
Reach, you need to step still.
Yeah.
Jasmine back. Okay, I pushed the Jasmine back.
Okay.
Yep. And
Tell
the
the step
Jubilee's leaving in
On the
on the
27th.
27th.
It's back at the trailer, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, at the cabin.
And Marjorie is saying at Eddie Lugo Studios, I
I've
have
been
been
stalking
stalking
Eddie.
Eddie by my calculator
Calculation for the past 3 years.
Years.
I don't know how it's been 3 years, because he's only been on YouTube for
Well, a year and a half.
almost 2 years.
Yeah.
But seriously, like, he was just very little, like no lives or nothing until like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Now
So-
look at you.
I don't know how you're stalking my husband, but just remember, he's my husband.
That's funny. Rob got some stalkers.
Yeah, I do get some stalkers or
Mhm.
lurkers.
Male and female.
Lady's trouble. That lady's trouble.
Yep.
I have to pick on you, Rob. I'm not lying though. I'm not
No.
pulling anybody's leg. He really does.
No, you're not. Because I see it come up every week in the report of
Yeah, your week in review thing, the recap of your week.
it does
It-
pop up with
It
pictures
pops up.
with who's the highest views.
Yep, with your highest views. Yeah. I get a few of the same ones too.
Yeah, no, I tend to get pretty close, if not all the same.
I got a few new ones, but I also got there's like 5 regular ones that are always there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Marjorie met you through House of X.
So House of X, was it when he did the live interview with House of X?
Yeah.
He was on their show. So if that's when it was
About a year ago.
about a year ago that he did that interview on their channel.
Yeah,
But time flies when you're having fun.
yeah. Loads of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Nightbot's reminding you, my goal is to hit 1K by July 1st.
Well, last I checked, I had 64.
65.
Oh, I have 65 now? Okay. Oh, it's a 65 subscribers. So if you guys haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I
I'd like to
appreciate-
get to 100 and then wherever it goes from there, but
yeah,
that
and
would
I
be
would,
sweet.
and of course, I would appreciate if you subscribe to mine and also my buddy who was up here earlier.
Hmm.
It would help achieve him to get
Yeah, I am subscribed
up
to
to
his
higher.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's a fairly new channel just like you.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really nice on the Blues
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yep.
I can't believe you two guys both stayed and watched the Barbie movie with me.
Yeah.
Where'd you do that? One of my favorite things is to go sit on the Lido deck and watch the movies above the pool at
Yeah.
night. And I
That's what-
love doing that.
The Barbie movie came on, and I'm like, I didn't really want to watch it, but I was curious of what it was about. And so since it was on, it was free. I was like, why not?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And Anthony on the Move is a new vlogger too. So
all right, I'll check out your channel.
check him on out.
Hmm.
And if you want, you can do
Yeah.
hashtag creator and Nightbot will drop your link if you're in my chat.
Yeah, I'll
Just like you are.
definitely check you out, Anthony. I would add you if I had my tablet with me, but I don't. We literally came in from grocery shopping, ate pizza, and then jumped right up because Rob was up by then.
Yeah.
For you. This is my co-channel host. Come back here. This is Rebecca, my daughter. She's
Hi, Rebecca.
with channel partners together. So we are traveling with special abilities. She pushes my wheelchair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, so I have an electric wheelchair usually, but
Right now,
Well-
I'm putting the rest of the groceries away.
yeah, she's doing all the housework
You
for
want me
me.
to just pour you a glass then?
Yeah, would you?
No problem. And this is a heavy gallon.
So yeah, we our last cruise was on the horizon for in October last year, and we went for the group cruise for
Oh.
Helping Hands for Cruising, who had Kenny Boardman, aka Kenny Oaks, as the recipient.
Oh,
And my
okay.
daughter and
Yep.
You-
I sponsored him and brought him to Disney World for 11 days right out off the cruise ship. So we went on the cruise and then we took Kenny right to Disney from the cruise ship for 11 days, and we all had a great time.
Mhm.
So that was our last big trip.
Marjorie's asking a question about Becky.
My daughter is 31,
I'll be 31.
31 in March. So 2 years older than Kenny.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that was between the cruise and Disney, that was not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my bus money. But the reason why I didn't buy the bus then and I did the cruise and Disney is because of COVID, the prices of buses went sky high. Everybody was buying RVs and converting buses. So I
Mhm.
said, well, I'll just save up the money again when the prices of buses go down.
Right.
They're starting to go down now. So we're starting to look for buses now.
Mm-hmm.
And the bus I could have got back then was like $5,000-6,000. It went up almost to $20,000.
Wow.
So between the cruise and Disney, we spent maybe $16,000.
Mm-hmm.
And now the buses are back down to between 6 and 10. So
Okay. Now we just need interest rates to drop too.
right. Well, I'll be
Yep.
paying it outright. I won't
Okay.
be financing because
Mhm.
I'm going to tear it apart. I'm going to convert it into a full-time home.
Okay.
So they don't like it when you start tearing stuff up when you have a loan on it.
Yeah.
Not unless you can put it back to sellable condition.
Mm-hmm.
But what gets me is the conversions are worth so much more when they're done, especially if they're done correctly.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
it'll be a licensed RV by the time I'm done. It'll be certified as an RV.
Nice. And then you plan to travel around in it? Mm-hmm.
I'm Canadian American, so I plan on going to Nova Scotia when my family is, and then traveling down to Florida. I'll go probably Nova Scotia in the summer, Florida in the winter. I'll probably go over to Quartzsite. We want to do, if somebody doesn't take Kenny and bring him to the Grand Canyon, we're going to grab him and take him to the Grand Canyon. But a few people said, oh, when we bring him to Vegas, we're going to take him to the Grand Canyon. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to fight over Kenny, so go ahead. If you want to take him to the Grand Canyon, go ahead.
Right.
My big thing for me is I'm 100% disabled, so I want to actually try and ride the donkeys down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon and back. They have a really good record. And I wanted to do that with Kenny
Mm-hmm.
because he's been disabled his whole life. I became disabled because of MS. I was diagnosed when I was 17. And I'm, oh, hard to open. My daughter's wrestling with something. Most of the people who were diagnosed when I was diagnosed are no longer with us anymore. Like almost every single one. So I'll be turning 62. So I've had MS for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I missed out on a lot. You know what I mean? I want to give someone else the chance to see and do what I couldn't do. You know what I mean? My dad worked his whole life and said, I'll do stuff when I retire him. That way your mother can go. Well, my mom died not even a year after my dad retired. My dad died 4 years later.
Mm.
So he got to do 2 things off his bucket list. And he had a big bucket list of where he wanted to go, what he wanted to see. And his last thing he said to me was, one thing was keep time for me, meaning do things when you have the time, not when you have the money.
Right.
And another thing he said to me is make sure you fulfill all your dreams And don't worry if you're not leaving your kids anything, because they're gonna make it on their own.
Right.
What he realized that he didn't get to enjoy his money, he didn't get to enjoy his time, and then his kids, not me, but my siblings, fought over every penny. The second he wasn't even out of the house, he died at home.
Mm.
And they were taking the safe out of the closet with his body in the bed.
Wow.
Wow.
I was with the undertaker coming back to get my dad's body, and they're grabbing and dropping the safe that they had to cut out of the floor. And they're dropping it and running across the street trying to get it into their Jeep. And because she was the conservatorship of the trust, and I was second conservator,
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
So I want to give someone who's deserving
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that I'm finally getting to do.
That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, people, unfortunately, family will do things that, you know.
It happens more than you want to admit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's petty and rude, and I'm so against all that, you know what I mean? And they knew it, so they took total advantage of the fact that I would say, here, take it, go ahead, you know, whatever. I don't live to receive my dad's things after he died, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was his simple, inexpensive things that meant the more to me, you know what I mean? Something we made together, something we did together.
Right.
That means way more than, you know, money or objects or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tell Rob, I'm glad you're going with your mom here, and I'm glad you're going with your mom there.
Right.
You know, it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It means more,
Yeah.
because especially even when you take the photos,
Mm-hmm.
it's worth more than what's really left behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we started our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Was because I wanted my kids to be able to show the grandkids, or what, I don't have any grandkids yet, but I don't think I'll ever see any grandchildren. And I want them to be able to go, hey, this was your grandma.
Right.
You know, this is what she was about. This is her true feelings about everything. And this is, you know, this is what she got to do and go and do. And live life while you have it.
Yeah.
So if people follow me, then they follow me. If they don't, they don't. I do it for me and my family more than I do it for the likes and the clicks and the whatever. I do it. You know, if people want to see what I'm doing and have a good time and live precariously through me, that's great. You know, there's plenty of people housebound with the same thing I have, the same illnesses I have, who can't go out and see a forest, or can't go on a cruise ship, or can't go to Disney World, or can't joke with their kids, or can't pick on their friends for a bigger nose. Or don't have friends in Canada or anywhere. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? They get to experience it through my channel.
Right.
And hopefully they get something out of it. You know, hopefully they learn and grow and be comfortable with themselves and be happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I had my daughter, my parents lived in Long Island, and it was about 2.5 hour by train. And so I didn't see them very much. But when you're young, under the age of 2, what do you remember of your grandparents anyway?
Right.
And then they moved to Florida. And so I did visit them when she was 3.
Do we get
I know
something we
she was
can put
4.
the, hot
And
chocolate?
then my father came to visit when she was 6. He came from Florida to New York.
The spare one.
And then he passed away when she was 8 years old.
Well, eight's
and-
an age where she would remember a lot.
Yeah.
So she had a fun time when she was 4. I had the pictures and everything when we went to Florida for 2 weeks. And then when he came to visit, again, pictures. But anyhow, she was like really upset after my father had died. And I'm like, sweetie, what's wrong? You really didn't know Grandpa. I didn't understand her grief, right? And she says, it's not fair. She says, I didn't have a chance to get to know him. And she named her cousin. Well, her cousin lived in Florida, less than a half an hour away. And so when we were out there in Florida for the memorial service and everything, her cousin, who's a year and a half older, was like, Grandpa this and Grandpa that. And he took me here and he took me there. And, I had so much fun and I'm going to miss Grandpa. And, my daughter had a little bit of memories, but not a whole lot. So I made sure that she would know who Grandma was. And I said, even if I have to use a credit card, I am going to take my daughter to Florida. Now, I didn't go every year. Sometimes I paid for my mom to come to New York. And, my mom was there for her high school graduation. And, but she didn't appreciate everything that I did for her.
That happens too.
And so as much as I tried to make sure you know who Grandma is, she didn't appreciate it. And so when my mom did pass, well, COVID was, going on, we couldn't travel to where she was living.
Mhm.
And, but when we did the memorial service in 2021, she wasn't, she didn't come to see my, to be there for the service. But I said, at least I did my part. Every time I spoke with my mom on the phone, like, come on, say hello to Grandma, say hello, Grandma, and we went to Florida to visit. It was not just let's go to Disney World, but we have to spend time with Grandma. And Grandma said, hey, I want to go to Disney World with you. I get out the house. I get to, even if I'm not on any rides or anything, I'm, and so, we did things that normally you wouldn't think, to do. Like we did the Titanic experience. It wasn't just about going to the big parks. We
Right.
did Ripley's Believe It or Not. We went to a Pirates dinner show.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Holy Land.
Oh,
And,
neat. Yeah.
these were things that my mom was able to enjoy. And my daughter got something out of it as well. And it was family time together.
Right.
And so, we have good memories because every time I had my camera with me and I was taking pictures. So I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
You never know whether they're going to appreciate it or not. You just have to go with the idea that someday she'll appreciate it, or there'll be a kernel of something that will trigger a memory that she'll just, dawn broke on Marblehead, they say. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Danny put a comment there. Do you see it, Rob?
This one here.
Yeah. I never met my dad's dad. He died before Big Bro was born, 1991. Dad's dad died when I was 4. So the only grandparents my siblings had were my mom's dad and mom. And mom's dad died in 2014 and grandma in 2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's you just have to cherish each day and because you never know when that
I
time's going to come.
I took care of both my parents at home till they passed away,
Hmm.
and I got the best years. I swear it was the best years because they were older, I was older. There was a different perspective, a different kind of respect.
Hmm.
That my siblings, when they got married at 17, 18, 19 years old and ran away, and I know why they ran away. My mom was not a great person.
Mm.
So they got married to run away. And I didn't rush to move out, but I did move back to take care of them.
Yeah.
And then by then, my mother wasn't as much of a horrible person as she was when we were younger. So I got to know why she was a horrible person.
Hmm.
There was a reason behind it all. And I got to know my dad on a totally different level than I would have had I not come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's things that I saw, learned from them, and grew to appreciate them in a different way than my siblings ever will. Even to this day, they have no clue what they missed.
Hmm.
And I feel bad for them because they missed a lot of the good stuff, a lot of the best parts
Yeah.
of my parents being human beings and not just parents.
Hmm.
They missed on the intelligence, the experience that my parents obtained, and the history of our family that they'll never even know about. It's like rushing through a history book just so you can get a good grade, or really absorbing it and getting to learn history on a nitty-gritty level that you appreciate way more than had you just thumb through the pages.
Yeah.
What does Danny say?
Danny's saying we live so far away, like 6 hours away, so we didn't see them often. My cousin who caused they lived close, they live there. I have two cousins left out of three, cause one died at 27 due to suicide.
Caesars.
Seizures.
I'm about Caesars.
Seizures, yeah.
Sometimes I can't
Mm.
read.
That's hard to hear because I have a seizure disorder. I have a couple of different seizure disorders actually.
Mm.
So that's hard to hear. Like I have asthma and COPD too. So when anybody dies of asthma,
Bless you.
that kind of hits home.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel it leaves you with a feeling of vulnerability,
Hmm.
that normally I'll skip around not even thinking about, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, blah 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 died of a seizure, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, poor Rob. You made a friend out of a ticking time bomb, huh, Rob?
Yeah. Just a ticking time bomb.
I'm a ticking time bomb.
But
Yeah, one of the doctors in Brooklyn told Eddie, "You're a ticking time bomb. It's just keep eating what you're eating and doing what you're doing." But I'm like, when
They
doctors
stuck
talk to you
gun
like that, you
stickers
don't want
on
to
my
listen.
head. They keep trying to put a date, an expiration date, and a
Yeah.
gun sticker, and I keep ripping them off, throwing back at them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, when God's ready, I'll go.
That's
Till
right.
then, you keep your comments to yourself.
That's right.
I don't want to hear no dates. Don't
Mhm.
say 2 weeks, 6 months, a year. I don't want to hear it because
Yeah.
I've been told I was told 2 weeks, went on a cruise, came back, I was fine.
Mhm.
Um, I was told I had a 20% chance of surviving an operation. Went in, had the operation come out, I was fine. You know, I don't want to have that negativity put on me.
Right.
Because my attitude is I'm great until I'm not. You know what I mean? So yeah, until somebody shuts out the light, I'm still cooking. So you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
like don't even try that. I told my doctors all the time, don't even say it.
Yeah. Just have to have a positive attitude, and the glass is half full, not half empty, you know, and just
Cookies,
enjoy life.
cookies and milk. My
Yep.
cup's more than half full.
Well, I'm
Rob
sorry.
always eats on my show, so I
I'm,
figure I
I'm,
can.
I'm empty.
You got to run for some coke, there, boy.
Yeah, I have chocolate milk and a donut tonight. But
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
Not just a donut.
a Boston cream donut that my husband bought for me.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
I
So,
follow my diet until like just before bed, and then I'll have like a couple of cookies and milk or something.
yeah.
But otherwise, I
The
have
Bo-
to follow my diet, or I'm in
is
big
the
trouble.
is
Mhm.
the Boston cream from Tim Hortons?
No, it's from
No,
Dunkin' Donuts because we don't have Tim Hortons down in
see,
Georgia.
we're Dunkin' Donuts people. We
Not
are.
Timbers here.
We have
You're
to drive to San Antonio, 2 hours away, to
Uh-huh.
get to a Dunkin' Donuts
Oh,
here in
no.
Texas.
you're a DD.
My daughter has Dunkin'
Yes.
Donuts withdrawal symptoms.
Mm. I want to say hi to Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Bomanola Adventures. And
Who else is
anyway,
out there?
I need to get going though because it's 5 to 11,
Yep.
and I need to shower and get ready for bed and wake up in the morning to go to work. So,
Yep.
but it was great hanging out with you guys.
Nice
Yep.
meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Nice seeing
Eddie
you.
says good night.
And
You both are welcome up on
You.
my show anytime.
and you, Eddie. I'll
Thank
see
you.
you tomorrow morning.
Thanks. And Marjorie says, I believe Rob is the younger version of Eddie.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my
well,
God.
well, well,
We only knew.
well, I think it's true because he's a ticking time bomb,
He's a ticking time bomb, and so are you?
and
And so
am
is
I.
Rob, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rob has a bad ticker.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a ticking time bomb too.
He's a
You're-
ticking time bomb too.
All
Yeah.
righty.
Nice
Danny
to
says
meet you,
good night.
Alice.
And Anthony says good night. And
Yeah,
we'll
Anthony
see you
saying
all.
good night.
All righty.
Oh,
Take
right.
care.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Thanks for coming up.
So 2 hours and 57 minutes.
Yep,
You're gonna
so
go to the top of the
top
clock?
top of the clock, and then it's game over.
Out of here. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
She's very nice there. Nice couple.
Yep, very nice. Nice to cruise with. And
I didn't let you talk at all.
it's okay. I did most of the talking earlier when we were talking about that horrible story. More Jeremy, but me and Justin weighed in bits and pieces with it.
He did a good job telling the story.
Yeah.
How'd they fit? Let me see.
And it's
Becky. How'd they fit? Let me see. Oh, all but
but
4.
make sure you guys do go back and do hashtag we play to catch that story, but please do go in with a
So it's
strong stomach and
7
not weak.
and 7
'Cause
and
it's a horrible
7
story.
and then 2 and 4.
So
Cool. Yeah, that's quite the story. I think the most frightening part is knowing he's loose.
that's the most frightening part.
I did not think they would let him loose.
No, I thought he'd be locked up until he's gone.
That's the Canadian government for you.
Yeah.
Imagine letting a crazy person out like that. How
Yeah.
do you rehabilitate someone like that?
You can't.
You don't. Yeah, that's what talking about a ticking time bomb. That's letting a bomb out to wait for him to get around to exploding again.
Yep. And then, what's to say that they won't strike again?
I don't even think they could guarantee. Not even 10 more minutes. They need to go out potty and be running around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to sign off.
Yeah.
I gotta let my dogs run around. Some that have been in their kennel.
Yep. And I'm going to sign off because I've been on this for over 3 hours.
3 hours and 24 seconds.
So I'd like to
Good night,
thank you.
everybody. Good night, Rob.
Yep. So I'd like to thank you all for coming on out tonight, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you around the chats, the streets, wherever it may take us. So
Yeah,
until
be
next time.
sure to subscribe and come back. And you
Yep.
never know what you're gonna find on our channels.
Yep. Yep. So until next time, I'll see you in the high seas or wherever Charles may take us.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Do they gotta go potty or just